Hi, how you doing? Welcome back to Have Your Cake and Eat It. You have Ty.
You have Kay.
And Kelly.
And Kelly is our guest today,
Special
guest, shall we say. So, on today's show, we're talking about, is it okay to cheat in a relationship? And if you watch our last show...
Is it okay?
Don't ask me just yet. And on the last show of The Dark Side of Social Media, that was very good. And thank you for the views and people commenting and also watching.
100%.
So if you could do the same today, that would be great. Today's show, before we start, can be touchy for a lot of people, especially if they've had this done to them or they're going through it or they're thinking of doing it. Please don't have any judgment to the responses for the questions that we're going to be giving today. Each of us will have 2 questions to ask each person with a minute to respond to it. Now, these questions have nothing to do with our current relationships or past relationships. It's just a conversation that we had the other day, and now we're trying to figure out, is it okay to cheat while you're in a relationship? So, being a gentleman as I am, I will say ladies first. So, Kay, you can go first with your first question. And who would you like to give it to?
I'll give it to both of you. So, is it okay to cheat?
Kelly, do you want to answer first?
No, you can go first. You can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Yes, it is okay to cheat.
And why is that?
I'll say it's okay to cheat if you're just unhappy in the relationship. Now, a lot of people will say that's rubbish, you should break up. If your circumstances are different, then it's going to be tough just to break up. You may have kids, you may have a car, mortgage, whatever. I do believe if you've got kids, it's harder at times. If you don't have kids, I think it is easier to break up. But at the same time, yes, I do think it's okay to cheat if you are really, really unhappy. And that's my response to that. Kelly?
See, my view was different. In the beginning, I was dead set against it. But when you sit down and you have a conversation about it, it all depends on the circumstances.
Yeah.
You could be in a relationship for 13, 14 years. You tell that the person in the relationship is lacking something and they're not listening.
Yeah.
And you're telling them over and over again. And like you said, you've got a mortgage, you've got kids. It's hard to get out of that relationship. So in that aspect, in them circumstances, it's not okay, but it is because you are seeking something you're lacking. So yeah, it is in them circumstances. Yeah. It all depends on the circumstances.
It does. All right, Kelly, your first question.
What are the different aspects of cheating, and are they acceptable?
Who's going to?
You.
Different aspects of cheating. There's loads, man. There's loads. What do you mean by aspects of cheating? Do you mean like how it starts off, or just in a nutshell?
No, like what are the different types of cheating?
Oh, there's mental.
Is that better?
There's mental. There's physical. I think what hits the nail on the head will be mental side of it. Yeah, the mental, because you don't know if you're coming or going. You don't know how you're being. If you're just in that mental state of thinking, oh, is he going to go and do it again? You're not going to say nothing, but it's loads of things are going through your head. So you don't know. It's just, it's hard, isn't it? Like, I would say mental side.
That question is more for like, what kind of aspects of cheating? So there's like physical cheating, there's emotional cheating. So what type of
I'll say
part of the relationship is cheating? So you could be emotionally talking to somebody, you could be physical with somebody. That's the kind of aspects of cheating I'm on about. And are they acceptable?
I would.
So is it being emotionally attached to somebody cheating? Is being sexual towards somebody cheating? Is just touching somebody cheating? What different aspects are there to cheating?
Well, what's your definition of cheating? Out of all those ones that Katie's giving you.
What, mine?
No, Kate.
Oh, yours.
I'll say sexual.
That's the most important one.
I'll say because obviously you can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. It all depends if you're going to follow through it. But as soon as you go there and touch what you're touching, it's cheating.
So it's like window shopping. You can look but don't touch.
100%.
Okay. I've got a question to Kelly. not attending to the partner's needs, is that cheating? Can that give you a cause and a reason to go and cheat and be okay with it?
It leads back to the question like we had before.
Mhm.
Yeah, it can lead to cheating 100%. If you're not attending to your partner's needs and you're telling that person, look, our relationship is lacking something,
Mhm.
and you continue to disregard that person's telling you, listen, our relationship is lacking this,
Yeah.
you are going to stray, because you're going to find that from someone else.
Mhm.
It will find you finding that aspect of your relationship that you're lacking in finding that in someone else.
I get that. Okay. Kay, you got a question? What's your question, Kay? What's your
Who,
question?
me
No,
or him?
Kay.
No, I got no question. No question.
Kay, you got any other question?
Can social media influence cheating?
Of course it can. I think you could just walk down the street and that can just result in cheating, right? But social media, as we said on our last show, don't want to keep plugging it, but the dark side of social media, you now have a catalogue of beauties to look at. When I say beauties, you've got people, and then you've got cars and whatnot. Okay, so we'll go into that depth of it. But the social media gives you the bigger picture of what you can choose to go and get now.
But that's not always real.
No, but the picture's real in the sense of the picture's taken, created. That picture that you've got is real. So that image in your head is now saying to you, that could be what I want next. From the way the picture's taken, the light set, the settings, I don't know what it is. That could give you calls of you're lonely, you're bored, and you're sick of what you've got, and what you've got just doesn't work no more. I want to go and order myself a new one from the catalogue, whatever page. Joke about it. So yeah, social media can give you more temptation than a Littlewood's catalogue, because you can't really phone an old catalogue back in the day. You couldn't phone them up and say, on page 43, item B, who's that person, please? Can you give me those details? Social media, you can reach out in seconds. You can message that person and say, hey. And then you started. What's your? That's my thought on it.
So would you say that first initial message is cheating if you're in a relationship?
Oh wow! Well, you have to ask yourself. The question is, why did you say hey in the first place?
100%. Wow.
There must be something lacking in your relationship.
You could,
want to say hey.
Now you could be bored and lonely and you have no friends in your relationship. So your hey could be actually innocent of just saying, hey, I just want to talk to someone new. I have no intention of cheating. I just want to talk to someone. It could be that. But sometimes you have to give people the benefit of the doubt that that's actually all it could be. It's just the need to talk to someone new, not the aspect of following through.
So what if it's out there that obviously like you and a partner's in a relationship and then you just finding a friend to talk to? Would you class that as cheating?
No.
I think as long as you're communicating with your partner, like communication is a very big thing in a relationship. If you communicate with your partner, look, there's nothing in it. Like, I'm just seeking friendship, that's it. And as long as that person that you are seeking friendship with knows about your partner, there shouldn't be an issue.
I mean, it's been my question. It's like we talk about, going to social media, saying hey to someone, is that cheating? What is the difference of going to social media than going to, let's say, join a snooking club or a dance club or a football club, a new team, and it's mixed?
Yeah.
There's no difference, just apart from social media, there's receipts, that's it.
Okay, but then at the same time, there is receipts for that, but then I guess you can turn around and say when you're joining a new sports organization or knitting club, whatever it is, you're joining a social group. So the likelihood that social group is mixed, there could be even a higher chance of potentially cheating, because the dynamics, you're talking, you're seeing, you're making someone
actually physically in front of that person.
Yes. So which one then is more of a concern? The social media or the social group? The social
group, I think, is more of a risk, because you've got more of a chance of having an instant connection with somebody. It's like physical attraction is instantly there.
So would you not say that on social media? You only think there's physical attraction there on social media?
No, because I think when you're talking to somebody via Messenger or Instagram, it takes longer to get that connection because you're not physically
you gotta wait for a reply. You got things to say. When you're face to face with someone, like boom, we can just have this conversation. You kind of get a look of someone, the way they talk. You're like, I vibe with that person.
And it's not until you actually hear that person on the phone that you can get a gist of actually what they're like and hearing their voice.
Yes. Okay, I've got a question for Kay.
Oh. God.
Can it make it better for the relationship if you've been caught cheating?
Oh, it's 50-50, isn't it? It can be good and it can be bad, isn't it? It could be, obviously, once you've got caught cheating, the answer is why. Why did you cheat? And then the next question will be, why did you do it? And then that's where it comes in with all communication. So you'd be like, so why did you go to that person? Oh, she was talking to me, but you can talk to me, but I can't. That's all it starts from. And then from then, it might build something or it can break. It can make or break you, or, it's a hard one, isn't it? But it depends. If you're a person that can listen, then you're winning 100%. You're winning. If you can't listen, then you're adamant, and then you're like da 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 da. I guess I'll be packing my things up then, innit?
Yeah, it is. Again, what about you, Kel? What about you? Can you make it better, or can you make it worse?
Yeah, I think it can. You've got to be one of these people that can take the flak for what you've done. You've got to be able to put in the work to say sorry and to make it better. But the other person in the relationship's also got to be willing to forgive and forget, and not bring it up in arguments if you have arguments after. And you've got to be willing to work at what was missing in the relationship for that person to go and do that in the first place.
Yeah.
And I also say that regardless of what partner cheats in the relationship, if you feel that your relationship is worth it, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up on that relationship, because if you love that person and you feel like that your life will never be the same without that person, fight for it.
Yeah. I mean, all right.
You can't fight for it no more.
Right. So that depends on the person that was cheated on?
Yeah.
Well, if you can't, then it's over. It's kind of over. I mean, you could try, the person who's done the damage to the person who's damaged, you can try and convince him, listen, it was just this. But that if someone uses that word, but, there could be a valid reason or a rubbish reason. Yeah. But if the reason is valid, to say, honey, I spoke to you about this so many times, and every time I approached you, sometimes I was angry, sometimes I was cool, sometimes I just wasn't getting through to you. And your response sometimes was just, it's just how I am. Just take me as I am. And it gets to that point of, I'm trying to change for you. I've changed for you. All the things you moaned about, I've changed for you. The small things I asked you to do, you just wasn't interested. You was more interested in hanging out with the girls. You was more interested in buying things that wasn't even necessary. You was more interested in other things, just me. Now, I'm not perfect, but I tried. And I expressed these to you, and you still didn't listen. And now, yes, you are the one that's hurt. But
it could have been avoided.
Exactly. And sometimes you get that. Sometimes people try and explain why, and then the person who's the damaged one goes, no, I'm not listening. And like, well, that's the thing, isn't it? You've never listened. There's no grey line between, like, is it okay to cheat or not? I think your circumstances results you to cheat in a certain way, and for a reason. Doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means your circumstances dictates as to why you've done what you've done. And then no one should be able to judge you either way, because you've been not use the word forced, because it's not forced. Something's happened for you to do it.
Yeah, it kind of opens up a road. Your circumstance opens up a road to what leads you to do what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think if you can get through it, you can get past it, and then nothing ever happens again, you've done good.
And I always say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And
It's in my head. Go on.
yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And if you can get over something like that in a relationship, I believe that you can get over anything.
Okay, there's two standards always sometimes to cheating. So I'm gonna put this one to UK. Would it make you stronger? Or would it make you weaker? All joking aside here, how would it make you feel in your capacity state if Kel cheated on you? Be honest. How would it make you feel?
I'd be devastated, but I'll ask her, why did she do it? Like, why? Like, why?
How about your confidence? Your confidence.
My confidence will still be there. I'll just be devastated. Devastated, like, raw, like, all the stuff we spoke about, what we did. You just, for what? Just for what? What was it? Why? Why did you do it? Just why? Just what? That's the most important question is, why did you do it?
What could you two build on so you wouldn't have this situation? And again, just to reiterate, people, we spoke for over an hour and 15 minutes on this one subject 3 days ago. And we were just going back with scenarios. But one thing we never spoke about was, what can we do in a couple, as a couple, you guys, people at home, myself, what can we do so we don't get tempted?
I've got a question. Do you think sex is a very big part in cheating?
Yeah. I don't think it's the number one reason.
No, it is. It is a number one reason.
Wow, really?
It's a number one reason.
Really?
Yeah, because it's most common. It's most common. That's the first. It's not going to be. Oh, it's going to be. It's not going to be. Oh, I was talking to so and so. It's always started with, oh, why did you go there?
This?
Yeah, like, why did you go there? Oh, because
you did this and
money.
Yeah.
To me, it's money. I think money is one of the main cause of any downfall in the relationship, especially cheating as well. I think sometimes when you get the stress when it comes to money, especially in today's age now, where if money's tight, you know, you're at home, you're arguing, you're squabbling, and then some next person comes along, man or woman or other, as they want to be called now. And that's no disrespect to people when I say that. It's, you see someone else who's more comfortable, they've got their stuff together, and all of a sudden you start thinking that comes a bit more attractive because they seem stable. My home is a bit rocky. This person's more stable. They've got their stuff together. I can move on. Then the sex becomes afterwards. I think money.
So like that becomes appealing to that person.
Yes,
so what that person's lacking at home, they can see stability in the person that
100%.
they're seeking.
100%.
Okay.
100%. And sometimes cheating can also function from lack of confidence from a partner.
Okay.
Because let's say you yourself, because again, let's say the partner you're with, no matter how much you compliment them, you make them feel good, and their self-esteem is just low. You can't deal with that anymore. Like, that's a job in itself to bring someone up every day. And then you bump into someone. Let's say like you're out, you're doing your thing, you're not looking to do anything. You bump into someone by accident, and that person just got it going on. You're like, whoa, man, jeez.
But they knock you off your feet.
Yeah, because it seems like you got two jobs. You got one you go to work for to pay the bills, and your second job is to prop up the person that you're with. No matter how much you tell them you love them, they look great, you buy them stuff to make them feel good, and they still don't want to do it, that can really result to cheating.
Mm.
So it's not just because it's sex. There's a reason why it leads to sex.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, there's an aspect as to why the person's cheated.
So we've got the conclusion, is cheating okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is cheating okay? Is it okay to cheat?
I'm saying 50. I'm going back to what we said in a couple of days ago. I'm still saying it's 50-50.
Yes.
It depends on the circumstances.
Yes. That's where I'm at with it.
If you're fully in love with somebody and you're communicating and everything's okay, there's no reason for you to cheat. It's not okay. But if there are things that are missing and you've communicated about it and they're not being fulfilled, then
yes, indeed,
there's reasons for cheating.
Cool. Well, there you go. So we concluded today's show. And Kelly, thank you for coming on. Now, if you want to see more of Kelly on our show, you know what you have to do. You're going to have to give this one massive likes. And then you're going to have to put Kelly in the comments. Like, I just want to see pure Kelly. And she will make more appearances on the show. And I think it's great to have 3 voices, 3 different opinions. And also, if you want to be on the show, then leave your comments below. We'll get in touch with you for season 2. There's only going to be 10 episodes in season 1. And then season 2, when we ramp it up, we'll get more guests on, more special guests like Kelly or other people that we know as well. But if you want to be part of the show, leave your comments below. That would really help. And Kate, any last words?
No, man, like and subscribe, man. Make sure you like and subscribe and enjoy the show and give us back feedback. Always a pleasure.
Kelly, anything for yourself?
No, just thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you very, very soon. Peace.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.